Remember to like and subscribe. Ring that doorbell for all of your Harrold notifications. Hey creatures, we're here in the Alchemy Lab talking about all of our latest favorite news, movies, and TV shows. Sometimes some board games, some Lorcana, whatever fits our fancy. Come join us. Ring that doorbell for notifications. Today we're talking about the new movie starring Jack Quaid called NOVOCAINE. Jack Quaid's been around a lot lately, and I do like it. Brings charisma to all of his roles. You don't see too often, especially charismatic roles in horrific situations. I mean, if anybody out there is watching The Boys, then you know Jack Quaid is accustomed to horrific situations. I've seen him on other things like Red Letter Media here on YouTube. He's a lot of fun on those episodes. He's also doing a lot of voices for TV shows. The voice of Superman in My Adventures of Superman, and he's the voice of Boimler on Lower Decks. So he's kind of all over the place right now. Son of famous Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid. But after seeing those Red Letter Media episodes, I mean, he's kind of like, he likes bad movies just like, and hanging out with those guys really gives somebody an actor cred for me. I mean, they'll tear you apart. They don't care. The Boys was a huge hit for him, and now it seems like he wants to break into a few movies. I've seen him here and there. He was also in that Hunger Games film. That was a while ago when he was still getting roles, but now he can lead a project, and NOVOCAINE is him leading a project. This action comedy film was directed by Dan Burke and Robert Olson, and written by Lars Jacobson. It also stars Amber Midthunder, Ray Nicholson, Betty Gabriel, Matt Walsh, and Jacob Batalon, who you might know from Spider-Man Homecoming and the Spider-Man trilogy that just came. I don't know if he's going to be in the new one. He erased his memories. That's what happens when you get your memories erased. You get written off. This is one of those small budgeted films with a lot of heart. They really know the idea that they're going with and are striving to really hit it home. Everything is carefully thought out, which is very appreciated as an audience. You can tell when someone is putting their best foot forward. NOVOCAINE, even though their budget is small, they are putting every penny on screen that they can. Jack Quaid plays the charismatic Nate, who is an assistant bank manager by day, but by night, he's an introvert, plays video games, and he feels no pain. But this is more of a medical issue for him than anything else. Strives very hard to take care of himself and, not eat solid foods. He might bite off his tongue, safe-proof his home so he doesn't burn himself and that kind of thing. At the bank, he meets some new people that change his life. Then one day, there's a bank robbery. One of his loved ones is kidnapped, and he finds himself chasing after the bank robbers and using his superpower to bring justice. Think of this almost like a nice guy falling down. Have you ever seen that film with Michael Douglas falling down? This is kind of like if that character was a super nice guy that was super smart and didn't bother anyone and always wanted to do the right. And that's what makes the Nathaniel character so charismatic. He's not trying to exploit anything, or he's just trying to live his life until these bank robbers kind of super screw it up. My biggest complaint here is the bad guys. They do play a significant role throughout the film, as NOVOCAINE, our main character superhero name, hunts down the bank robbers and tries to save his girlfriend. Once you're into the film, you get to know the bank robbers, and they are dumb. They are dumb, and they're just murderous. Murderous and dumb. So we feel no pain, just like NOVOCAINE, when he takes everything. And we feel no pain, just like NOVOCAINE, when he decides to take everyone out. Because these are just murderous bank robbers. They have no center of morality whatsoever. They're just really, really dumb, and they say stupid jokes, and they're not very smart either. And they just shoot everyone they see. Bang, bang, bang. Just shoot them dead every single time. Oh, is that a problem? Shoot them. Bang. Is my tire flat? Shoot it. Bang. My chicken won't lay eggs. Shoot it. Bang. My tax returns came back. Bang. I parked over the line. Bang. There's a fly in my suit. Bang. There's no gas in my car. Bang. Oh, I didn't know I put real bullets in this. Who put real bullets in this guy? Any of you? No, it was you. No, it was you. The shower won't heat up fast enough. Bang. So by the time you get to the end of the movie, you don't really care about anything that the villain is doing. You just want to see him die as fast as possible. That's super annoying. Are you just going to shoot everyone as fast as you can? Thankfully, the humor here is top-notch. There are some serious laugh-out-loud moments. The timing is just spot on. Of course, you may have to gross out, because there are some serious gross outs that make me want to close your eyes. There's a lot of, let's say, power tools and wrenches and pliers going into all kinds of pieces of anatomy. So this movie is not for the faint of heart. If you are a bit squeamish, you are going to want to pass. But if you're a fan of gross out humor and dark humor and really good timing, then this is something you may want to get into. I don't know if it'll get a sequel or not. Depends how it performs. I haven't haven't heard anything, so keep your ear to the ground. Maybe we'll mention it on the weekly news. Now, the main character can feel no pain, and so the film goes through great lengths to try to use a creed. At one point, he tattoos an address on his hand so he could remember it for later. Also, a creative use of bones, stabbing bones. Let your imagination go from there. It was quite a moment. Also, he gets into a boxing match and finds some broken glass. I'll let you think about that for a moment. Glass hands. That was my boxing name, Glass Hands. Look at these arms. There's no way you can really hit anybody with these arms. Yeah, nothing. I'm kind of like NOVOCAINE. I just can't feel anything. There was also a creative use of an arrow. I mean, that arrow just went all kinds of different places. It was really wild. See how many places it ended up. I'll let your imagination go from there. And the biggest laugh out moment is a booby trapped home. The bad guy set up all these booby traps, and NOVOCAINE goes through it and is trying to get to them, and he has to navigate through all these booby traps, and the timing is just fantastic, and you'll be laughing out loud through most of this film until you get to the third act. Jacob Batalon is also here from the Homecoming series. He's spreading out and being in different films, and this is one of those options for him. But they don't really give him anything really to do. He shows up for a couple of scenes, says a couple of funny lines, barely, and then he leaves. It was, I don't know. He was kind of playing his same character from Spider-Man. I mean, there was an inflection in his voice, and he put some effort into his character, but the writing of the script let him down. And the character just felt like a deus ex machina for when NOVOCAINE needs help. And it was super obvious and disappointing. Now, once you get to the end of the second act, a couple of twists that get you into the third act, and I was kind of disappointed. Also, the murderous rampagers are back in that third act, and they're just going rampaging all the time. And you're sitting there thinking about the twist, and you're sitting there going, come on. I mean, maybe the twist would have been better if the villain wasn't like a psychopathic killer that just shoots everyone on sight. It doesn't end up with any real motivations. Super lazy, super lazy. Also, I wanted a little bit more escalation from his superpower, what he was capable of doing with it. Get a little bit of that in the third act right there at the end, but I wanted to see it ramp up even more. Gross out effects were great and the timing was great. I just wanted to see it impact a little harder, kind of like the jokes. The gross out moments were like, rah, and then you're done, and you're just kind of waiting for the next one while the jokes are hitting. And then at the end, it's like, oh, okay, now his powers really work. Maybe the film got a little caught up in the real world, but when you're doing this much comedy, maybe push it a little further, because the third act drags. You're just waiting for our heroes to resolve the twist, and it's a silly twist. All the jokes kind of dry up, and you're left with the gross out humor and a fight. This should have hit harder like the film Nobody, and that's getting a sequel right now called Nobody 2. I don't see that happening for NOVOCAINE. This is a sweet little movie though, and I would definitely recommend it for an afternoon watch. Some great humor, some great gross out moments, and Jack Quaid plays a very charismatic character that you want to return to and see succeed. Like I said, this is a nice guy falling down. So if you want to see the good guy actually strive and achieve something that you think is honorable, then NOVOCAINE is a lot of fun. Remember, creatures, this is Harrold here. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. Remember to like and share the video and ring that bell for all of your Harrold needs. Until next time, creatures. Ah!